Let's talk about SwiftUI animation types. The first type of animation we're going to talk about is linear animation. And this refers to an animation or movement that occurs at a constant speed of time without acceleration or deceleration. The next one is ease in, and this is the type of movement that will gradually speed up as it reaches its final position. This creates an acceleration effect. Next is ease out. It's exactly the same except in reverse. So it will gradually slow down as it reaches its final destination and creates a deceleration effect. Ease in, ease out is an animation timing that starts slow, speeds up in the middle, and then slows down again before it stops. It creates a smooth and natural motion. Next is spring. It has two parameters. The first is response, and the lower the value, the faster and more snappy the animation is going to be, and the higher the value, it makes it slower and more fluid. The dampening fraction is next. The lower the value, it makes the animation bouncier, and then the higher the value, it makes the animation less bouncy and more controlled. The last thing I want to talk about is an interactive versus a normal spring. So on the top, the blue is a normal spring. If I drag and drop it, it's going to snap back into position. With the interactive spring, it feels more responsive to user input. So the differences are with the normal spring, it's static spring behavior once the animation starts. And with an interactive spring, it's fluid, interactive, and dynamic as the user interacts with it. So here, it feels like a simple bounce back with the normal spring. There's no immediate effect while dragging, and it feels more rigid and less connected to the drag motion. With the interactive spring, it feels like you're dragging a real object, and the more that you drag, the more the object feels connected to your finger, and the spring back after you release it is more dynamic. So you would use a normal spring if there's no user interaction involved, and an interactive spring if the user's actually interacting with that object. I hope you learned something today, and I will see you next time.